world. Mama Voice is here with another video. And I just wanted to come on here and talk about a topic that has been requested and need to be addressed, I would say. So I hope everyone can get something out of it. I'm pretty sure I will. And the topic for this video is knowing your worth. Knowing your worth is a very personal thing, and it really has nothing to do with anyone else. It's your internal measure of how you value yourself, regardless of what other people might think of you or say to you. So how do you know your worth? Self-esteem. The esteem of oneself. And doing things that you enjoy, that you're good at, enhancing or getting good at something and enjoying it, and providing positive reinforcement and feelings of proficiency and capability. Basically, clinical mental health requires to know your worth is to believe in your intrinsic value as a human being and to know what you are worthy of. Respect and acceptance from others. It is so important for us to basically know our worth. And when you know your worth, you don't allow certain things to happen. You don't allow individuals to disrespect you. You don't allow certain things to take place in your life. When you know who you are, you know your worth. It's a level of respect you have for yourself, and it's a level of respect that you will demand from others. So it's very important for you as an individual to know that. And part of it is, again, self-esteem. Self-esteem is what we think and feel and believe about ourselves. Self-worth is recognizing I am greater than all of those things. It is a deep knowing that I am of value. I am lovable. I am necessary to this life, and of incomprehensible worth. So again, self-esteem is what we think and feel about ourselves. So however you feel about yourself, that is your level of self-esteem. It's up to you. It's your, like Kat said, it's the esteem of yourself. You have to feel a certain way about however you feel about yourself. If you love yourself, if you put yourself above others, not necessarily above others, but if you recognize that you deserve to be treated a certain way, that you have value, that you are lovable, you deserve to be loved. Okay, so that is, in a nutshell, knowing your worth. Now, there are some individuals clearly that don't know how much they're worth. I know I'm worth far more than rubies. So far more than rubies. The Bible says so. So, priceless. There's not a price, not being conceited, not thinking I'm all that. No, it's just that's how we all should think about ourselves, because we all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to feel valued. We all are worth quite a bit. So how do you know your worth? You have to be comfortable with who you are. Your weight, your height, everything that makes and represents you. You have to love all of you. You have to love all of you. You have to recognize that. Recognize the difference that you make. You're important. If you're not important to anybody else, you need to be important to yourself. See yourself as a peer. And be clear about your values. Have values. Have respect for yourself. And if you have respect for yourself, you're going to demand the respect from others. You're not going to let anybody talk to you any kind of way. You're not going to let anybody treat you any kind of way, because you have value. You are precious. You are important. You deserve to be treated a certain way. So you're not going to allow anyone to treat you any kind of way. You're not going to allow anybody to talk down to you. You're not going to allow anyone to mistreat you. And as you shouldn't. Regardless of what everybody deserves to be treated with respect. Everybody. Not just overly beautiful people or famous people. They're not the only ones that deserves to be treated with respect or anything like that. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. Everyone. So knowing your worth means knowing your value, knowing your strength, knowing yourself, respecting yourself, feeling good about yourself. Okay? Those are all the things that you should know when it comes to live your life on your own terms and conditions, loving yourself enough to care for the inner you and your soul. You're not just a walking group of numbers. Your weight, your height, your look, your followers, your bank account. You are more than these things. All of that stuff doesn't matter. Self-love, self-respect, self-worth. There's a reason they all start with self. You cannot find them within anyone else. It has to start with you. You know your worth by your self-love, your self-respect, your self-worth. It starts with you. You dictate that. Nobody else can know your worth better than you. You set the bar. And then you enforce it. And when you determine or realize that you're not being treated the way you feel as though you deserve to be treated, then you need to govern yourself accordingly and handle it. We all know that we should be our biggest supporters, so we have to know everything about ourselves and our values. We have to know about our strengths, our weaknesses, So it is important to know your worth. But sometimes most of us are filled with so much self-doubt and feel worthless that it becomes crippling. And so with that, you have to understand nobody else knows you better than you. Nobody can tell you what your strengths are. I don't care if they've been around you, lived with you, grew up with you. They can't tell you what your strengths and weaknesses are. Only you can say what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. You cannot allow self-doubt or the feeling of worthlessness to overcome you. And then you can't allow things that happen around you to affect what is happening. You can't allow what happens around you to affect how you feel about yourself. If somebody does something to you, you cannot allow that to affect how you feel about you. If somebody mistreat you, you can't allow that to determine, oh, that's how I feel about myself. No. They mistreated you. They say hurt people hurt people. So they may have mistreated you, but that does not say you deserved it. Sometimes people let us down. We think that we deserve this, and we do nothing for that. Speaking out and standing up for yourself doesn't make you a bad person. No, you need to stand up for yourself. When you know your worth, no one can make you feel worthless. Don't make yourself small for someone else's comfort. No, I don't care what anybody may think about me. Their opinion of me is just that, their opinion of me. It's not my opinion of me. And it's not facts. Just because it's their opinion of me, that don't make it true. When you know your worth, no one can make you feel worthless. And I will say this again, speaking out and standing up for yourself doesn't make you a bad person. I always, of course, make things personal and tell of what I've been through. And I experienced that where I had to stand up for myself. I spoke up about, how someone was treating me. And yeah, it had consequences or what have you, but I don't regret standing up for myself, because if I don't stand up for myself, who gonna do it? It didn't make me a bad person. At the end of the day, I know my worth. And I'm not going to allow anyone to treat me any kind of way. I don't care who you are. You could be my boss. You're not going to treat me any kind of way. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. And if the consequence is that I lose my job, because I'm going to say what I need to say with tact. And I'm going to basically address things tactfully. But at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know what I deserve. And if professionalism is definitely a must, definitely in the workplace. But if I have to stand up for myself and say, hey, I really don't appreciate how you addressed me just now. Could we please refrain from, or could you please try not to, or please do not please do not address me in that way again. Thanks. I don't see nothing wrong with addressing or telling someone, teaching someone how to treat you. Because if you don't, they're going to continue to do it. And at some point, if you don't ever address it, it's going to get out of hand, especially if it's upsetting to you. somebody's going to blow up. It's going to get out of hand. Your life isn't yours if you always care what others think. No, because you're always worried about what somebody thinking about you. So you're not free. You're in bondage, ma'am, sir. You're in bondage. If you constantly worried about what somebody thinking, what somebody got to say about you, your life don't belong to you. Know your worth. Know the difference between what you're getting and what you deserve. Do you feel good about yourself? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. Do you feel good about yourself? Do you value yourself? Do you love yourself as a way you love your loved ones? I know me, I'm a person, I love people. I love unconditionally. And when that's not reciprocated, I feel some type of way because I know I love hard. And I genuinely have love and care for others. I will call and text and check on people. And that don't always happen to me. People don't do the same for me, but that's just who I am. And it's hurtful when it's not reciprocated. But at the same time, I can't change who I am. Yeah, I could stop. Okay, yeah, I could stop following up with people and checking on people. But that's my character. That's just who I am. Do you still feel good about yourself when people criticize you? So that means if somebody give you some constructive criticism, and I'm putting air quotes up there because sometimes they think they say it's constructive criticism when they really throwing shots. But that's neither here nor there. They're giving you constructive criticism. Do you still feel good about yourself? And my answer, of course, is yes. Would you like you if you met you? So if you were somebody else and you met you, would you like you? And my answers to all these questions. Do you feel good about yourself? Yes. Do you value yourself? Yes. Do you love yourself as a way you love your loved ones? Yes. Probably more. I think I've got to the point where I love myself more than I love my loved ones. I love myself more. Do you still feel good about yourself when people criticize you? Yes. And would you like you if you met you? Yes. Because I'm a friendly person. I'm a very funny, friendly person. So yes. Yes is all around. These questions help you to be on the road of positive acceptance and unearthing of your self-worth. So if you want to write those down, I'll say them again. Do you feel good about yourself? Do you value yourself? Do you love yourself as a way you love your loved ones? Do you still feel good about yourself when people criticize you? When somebody point out a fault or point out something that you may have made a mistake on or did wrong. Would you like you if you met you? So basically, you definitely have to know your worth. You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. And it takes time. I think this is something we need to instill in our children from a young age so that it doesn't take them forever to figure out who they are. Because if they can figure out who they are and they know who they are, if we can learn that early, then we can also avoid certain things because we're not going to allow certain things to happen. And that goes in relationship when it comes to our personal relationships, dealing with friendships, everything. You're not going to go for a lot of things and you're going to avoid the some of the hurt and the pain. You're not going to avoid all of it, but you're going to avoid the majority of it because you're not going to allow certain people to treat you any kind of way. You're going to know to walk away from, oh, this person don't know. Oh, this person don't know my word. They don't know who they're dealing with. They don't know who I am. They don't understand that I'm just, I'm precious. I'm worth far more than rubies. I'm a special type of person. I'm kind. I'm loving. I'm sweet. And I deserve to be treated better than this. Oh, they don't know how to talk to me. Oh, they don't know how to talk to me. Oh, well, we don't need to be friends because you don't know how to talk to me. I don't go for that, calling me out my name and this, that, and other. We joking. No, we ain't joking. You ain't joking when you call me out my name. You did being disrespectful when you call me out my name. And that's not no joking matter. I can't stand to see, people do that, and they call themselves kicking and laughing and going on. No. That's not a laughing matter. My name is my name. I've been given a name. I have quite a few names. And none of them are disrespectful names. Pick one. If you know, you know. Use one of them. But don't ever call me out my name in a negative way. So let's see what the quotes are saying. True abundance isn't based on our net worth. It's based on our self-worth. Confidence is a habit that can be developed by acting as if you already had the confidence you desire to have. That's good. I'm going to say that again. Confidence is a habit that can be developed by acting as if you already had confidence that you desire to have. I had somebody tell me a long time ago, fake it until you make it. And at that time, I didn't understand. I was like, fake it till you make it. No, fake it till you make it. Act as if you already have the confidence that you desire to have. If at that point, at some point, that confidence is going to arise in you. It says women, but I'm going to say everyone must learn to find self-worth within themselves, not through others. It is important to carve out a place just for you. Maturity is learning to walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace of mind, self-respect, values, morals, and self-worth. Yep. Sometimes you have to walk away from people. And that includes family. That includes longtime friends, associates. Sometimes you got to walk away. Especially if disrespect is a part of the equation, you need to walk away. She understood her worth, which made her powerful. The world gravely needed a hero, so she became one. No superpowers, really, just a strong woman who took no nonsense from anyone. Yep. And sometimes that can be intimidating to people when you stand up for yourself and when you take no nonsense. Oh, she's an angry. Oh, No, not angry. We're not doing that. I always say, I have zero tolerance for foolishness. I've been saying that for years. Those who know. I have zero tolerance for foolishness. Zero. You will not mistreat me. You will not talk to me any kind of way. You will not disrespect me. I don't tolerate that at all from anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Because I'm going to give you respect. So I expect you to give me respect. What's wrong with me getting some respect? Everybody deserves to be respected. You must find the courage to leave the table if respect is no longer being served. When you learn how much you're worth, you will stop giving people discounts. If you don't know your own value, somebody will tell you your value and it'll be less than your worth. And I'm going to end it on that. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know, somebody else will tell you and it'll be less than what it really is. That's a no-go. Like this video, share this video. Hope to see you in the next video.